Hello, Speed Gaming 3. Welcome to more Link to the Past Randomizer League. I know we had a race a little earlier today on one of the networks, but today we've got some more co-op AD. It's the Noble Foxes on your left versus Bolas Azules on the right. Obscure Lifeform and Nobly the Foreign running for the Noble Foxes with Kaede Rakawa and Matcap running for Bolas Azules. I'm Radical Sniper 99, joined today by Hugo, and we've got Relkin and Homemade Beer on the tracking. Hello, Hugo.
I am doing great.
This should be some fun times. So yeah, co-op AD.
Okay, I was expecting open, but it's all dungeons, so this is even better. So we're gonna be here for 2 hours.
No, co-op makes this things quick. You know, we got some great communication between the teammates here.
Oh, right.
So what's happening is Obscure and Nobly are in a voice call. Kaede and Matcap are in a voice call, and what they're doing is they're just sharing the love, sharing the info.
Right, I forgot about this. So they're just gonna scatter, and hopefully there isn't like a choke point that massively delays one side.
Although I will say I'm kind of surprised here. Maybe a minor miscommunication on the Noble Foxes side. Both of them starting in the Sanctuary. Probably not the ideal start, but it looks like those bombs for Obscure are going to help out as he heads over to Eastern area. Kaede is going to work through all of CAC at this rate, and actually Matcap is coming into CAC from the south.
Oof, very bad luck on the 50-50s.
Yeah, it looked like he took 2 trips and only got 1 bomb. But the tier 1 is also bombs.
That's pretty good. Ooh, money. And it freezes right after we get to see the...
Well, this is the sync up.
Oh, right.
We do get that map check. Crystal, red crystal, and I think that might have been a green pendant up at Hera as well.
Yes, that is a green pendant on Hera. And just
so
Saha's
Closet gives us 2 heart containers. Not a bad find. That's easy health. I'm not sure if Nobly will collect those hearts later, but good position for him. Although here's another heart as the mushroom spot that I don't expect Obscure to be picking up later either. So the health is splitting nicely here for them.
Oof, that is a bad refund. Only 20 from the merchant.
Oh, bush crabs are bomb as well. Obscure is stocking up on bombs right now. Up to 8. That should be enough for Mini Moldorm Cave for him.
Ooh, hookshot.
Yeah, as well as our first shield. And a couple pieces of heart.
There was a race a couple days ago on SpeedGaming that gave every runner the mirror shield.
Nicely done on the Mini Moldorm Cave there for Obscure.
Bombs. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Ooh, bombs.
Nice early money in this seed. Only $100 off of that chest for Obscure, but that's good money entering into whatever he decides to go with next. Especially as Kaede found, I think that's another 300.
That's 700 rupees found so far and 2 shields.
And we do have the flippers already on Matcap's side, so early Zora not looking too bad. Yeah, trying to think of the divergence that we could see here. I like what Obscure's been able to accomplish. Except for that, those crabs are really bullying right now, trying to keep him away from Ice Rod Cave. But we do have like a pretty cleared CAC and nice stuff, but just a little bit more diversity on the Fox's side. Although that was a fire rod? That is a fire. Yeah, that's
fire rod on the ice rod. Yeah, checks out.
Yep.
You could probably convince someone that that is a vanilla item.
I mean, Ice Rod could be in its vacation home. Never mind, it's in the dam.
Wait, that was a sword.
Was it? I thought it was an Ice Rod. Was I wrong?
We're gonna see some slices soon. Ooh, bottle.
Was that a sword? Okay. Chat's saying it's a sword. My eyes are obviously amazing. So I will
Let me
trust
guess.
chat on this one.
You're letting your screen be very small. This thing does not like being small. Is that a vanilla lamp?
That is one of the vanilla lamp spots.
Okay. That's nice to have.
We also get to check out the hobo. Just 3 bombs there, though. And yet, Nobly is just continuing to clear out this CAC stuff, while Obscure has been able to really just hit anywhere else.
We're gonna get a Zora check. Since Kaede has everything for that.
Yeah, plenty of money. Unfortunate that, it was, it's only 540 rupees, but I would expect we'll find enough money later for the rest of the spends on this seed on his side, so shouldn't be too big of an issue. And there's our second sword. I saw chat mentioning an Aga seed because that flipper hookshot combo. We are just missing a pearl for Dark World access.
Okay, I'm curious. Do we get a cape off of Zora?
I mean, I am under the firm belief that seeds do not just say it's Aga, they scream it. So I'm waiting for that third sword or cape right now, honestly.
Yeah, it makes it very clear that it wants Aga. Like, giving you everything for it and, like, no other access to Dark World. Oof.
Yeah, a 1% refund. Not great on the Zora.
Yeah, he's doing well.
I like this from Kaede. It's like, I got no money. I'm picking up this hundo. Or, yeah, like, let's get all the money.
I mean, that's the toll for entering pod. The stun prize is arrows. That might come in handy.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to use that. Oh, and we did get a Moon Pearl over in Zelda's Cell for Obscure, so there we go. Although that blue guard does not want to let Obscure up to check the shovel spot.
Oh, I missed when they got the shovel.
I believe that was also in the front of Escape.
Oh, that explains why. We now have both fire sources. Oh, right, Uncle.
Oh, shovel was front of Escape. Uncle section.
Okay, so the runners want to see a glove and a hammer.
Yeah, that's not happening.
They do not want to see a cape. No, wait.
I mean, we got 2 swords.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, we already have access to that, so they... Oof.
At this point, I think you're gonna... Like, we got that glove for Obscure. I think what you're gonna see is at least one person probably head up the mountain, but I would likely send one person to do early escape here. So, like, for Bolas, I think Matcap should probably consider going right into Aga here.
Get it out of the way now and hope. Like, instead of hoping that it's not required. I mean, there's still Backup Escape and Dark Cross.
Yeah, and it looks like I think Obscure is going to hit that. Oh no, Obscure's just going to go up the mountain at this rate.
Now that I
Like
look
I
at
said,
it,
I like this play. The one problem here is, does Nobly actually have a second sword right now?
I don't think they have. Like, they skipped a few things.
Well, the skips aren't bad. The question really is, do we have that second sword? Yeah, we do not.
Hmm.
And I'm guessing that Nobly did not get the damn sword. And there we go. There's that Death Warp from Matcap. Like I said, I think this is going to be the Aga play.
And
Yeah,
he's gonna
this is Aga.
Oh, Sag. Yeah.
Yep.
He's not going to the back. Is Nobly also going for Aga? Oh no, he's going to get the Blue Pearl first.
No, and Nobly can't. No cape, no sword.
Right. Yes, let's see. 5 hearts, Master Sword, Fire Rod, and Lamp. That's all right.
Easy.
Meanwhile, Sick Kid giving us his lunch money.
Yeah, and I think Ralkin's right here that nobody did a Lumberjack ledge check. Not a huge deal this early. You just hope it doesn't come back to bite anybody. I know one of the races earlier this week, one team did not scout Lumberjack ledge early, and it turned out to be their Go Mode medallion. So there's a chance that you might need it.
About that, a lot of runners do not even bother with Lumberjack unless they already have the boots.
The way I would describe it is that when you're in this co-op situation, it's a lot easier to just say, scout it. We have the, make sure to hit everything. There's less incentive to necessarily do as many skips here.
And the mountain do not seems to be paying off.
We did get another sword. The problem here is that Nobly might assume that's his master sword, not the dam. Like, I don't know what brings them to do that check, because it looks like Nobly's just rushing the mountain now.
That's a yikes.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. I did not see what was on the floating island there.
And we have Resonant Sleeper Cave. Yeah, I wasn't looking when they checked that. And oof, Nobly is going after the mountain.
Not terrible, given that you're going to get that save and quit point. We're going to get another sword. It's just, you would hope not both runners have to go make this play.
All that for the blue cane. That's a bit sad. Oh yeah, how many blue balls?
Enough.
Enough of them.
Yes. No more, no less. And I don't think we saw this check from anybody. Obscure check in the back of Escape.
Yeah, we haven't seen this check yet. I honestly expected Madcap to go for it since he was already in the castle.
Well, I mean, they're both there. The thing is that the small key's in the back, so this is a full save and quit.
There's that. You'd need the key to be in Dark Cross. And there's Agadon. Was that like 1 or 2? That was pretty quick.
It looked pretty quick to me. I was not counting the blue balls on Madcap's side, so yeah, pretty quick fight.
Do we have a hammer on Pyramid? Let's see. No, just an arrows.
No, and realistically, this isn't too surprising. I think Madcap goes long here. Like, if I'm Bolas or foxes here. Like, I would send one runner north and one to pod. We do have a 5-6 pod. We have a pendant at Skullwoods and Beestown.
Okay, blue team is gonna get back to them forcefully when they're gonna do Swamp Palace.
Well, we're gonna see all the dungeons, so you know, all good.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're getting bought right away.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe we would have went to the west in the case of Matcap here, but it looks like Kaede might be the runner going west at this rate.
They have a bottle. They can do the mimic side.
Oh, then there's the boots!
Oh, no.
Holy cow, obscure life form pulling the boots off of that mushroom turn-in. That is huge starting.
Okay, they got a fall there. Oh god.
It is definitely time to go fast, and Obscure is going to use these boots to his advantage. We are going to see the dam for Noble Foxes. That does mean that they're going to get that early sword, or that other sword here, so they know where Tempered is at this point. Noble definitely has incentive to go get that Shroom, go get that Tempered sword, but he is, of course, on this Dark World trek.
So, here's the thing. We did not get a Gina, which is gonna be checked now that they have boots and it makes it faster.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, you know, Obscure's really been able to cover a lot of ground here for Team Noble Foxes. Oh, and he's going to clear a dungeon. I even missed the fact he has a book.
He pulled that out of the mountain. Oh, God, if Aga... Well, one of them is doing Aga, so there's that.
I mean, Aga's required as well. So, you know, you do what you have to.
Right. It's all dungeons. You have to do everything. Regardless if you want to or not. Bolas.
Bolas did not hit the mountain. They rushed Aga here. They were pretty much calling Aga Seed from the start and decided to avoid the Aga play. Noble Foxes has been a bit more divided on their checks so far. So that's why you're seeing Obscure kind of cover the most new ground besides what we're seeing from Matcap now. Going with his Mimic Clip, unbuffered. Very nice, very nice. Love it. Just needs to get him out. Unfortunately, he's popping back out as well.
That's, I expect him to use the bottle. And,
that potion is of a lot more value than for a Mimic Clip, I think, in his mind. And I understand it.
I mean, if you can do this without any buffering, yes. And off he goes.
Kaede threw Aga as well into Dark World.
So far, not much here. And
no, and that's why you're going to see the split here for Kaede. Kaede going north, going to handle, I'm guessing Catfish. Yep, this is going to be Catfish into West Dark World eventually. And we'll see how Nobly handles this. Nobly says, wait a minute, I've got to get boots. I might have Aga done, but I need boots. How dare I not have boots?
Yeah, that's important.
And Nobly actually also wants that third sword.
Tempered sword is gonna make a difference on the entire game.
Yeah. No reason for him to not acquire his third sword. And then work back up for his boots. Because I believe he does have flippers and shroom.
That's Samaria.
I don't think Catfish should elude our runners. Over on Noble Fox's side, pretty easy check to go after. But there's Obscure actually taking down our first non-Aga dungeon with a Landmo kill.
Yep. Oh, another bottle. Courtesy of that turtle room.
I did not see anything of importance for Obscure in Desert Palace, but we are going to get Agina, which has not been checked by any of our other runners.
Oh, a mail was found as well.
So info share means that our runners are in voice calls with each other. So Obscure and Nobly are talking to each other, and Kaede and Matcap are talking to each other. It allows them to split up the checks. So you'll see our runners do a little less because their partner was actually able to hit more of this stuff already. Required double dip of GT? Technically it could, but at this rate, no. Everything has been kind of like anything that could lock GT or parts of GT has been found. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't find an item to beat a pendant dungeon in GT. Although this seed will not have that happen either. But yeah, there are cases where all dungeon seeds could result in, an ice rod for pendant TR there. Oh, Nobly's skipping out on the Catfish for now.
Well, that's they're not gonna have a convenient time to go after that unless they send Obscure. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit annoying.
And that's the thing. Like, I think this is, the play is to say, hey, Nobly, do as much as you can here in West Ark World. I'll do cleanup behind. I don't hate the idea.
I see. The book was Dark Cross.
Oh, was that? Okay.
Yeah, Madcap just got it. Dark Cross is gonna be...
Well, we might not need it.
Yeah, we might not. We're gonna have to get the mirror, so it's a matter of time.
Yeah, it's just a question of if the mirror or the flute is locked behind that that book.
So it's if they're on either tablet.
Well, Pyramid Fairy is also behind that book right now.
Right.
By the way, you're seeing two different Skull Woods routes here. Nobly going after the Moth first. He wants to work back to front, whereas Kaede is working front to back.
Yeah, so the normal... Like, the idea of going back to front is you clear the boss first, and so you can potentially get info on, like, no more items left earlier. And also tempered. That's a comfy fight.
Although I just realized that Kaede is not killing the Moth.
Okay.
Did I miss a Moth fight, or did he really skip Mothula?
That's a bottle. I'm guessing the Crystal Gold brain is kicking in.
I am very curious. I mean, I've seen people forget it's AD. It's possible, but I wouldn't expect it. So that's not my thought, but who knows?
They could not complete Desert without boots.
Yeah, and that's one of those. That's a problem, unfortunately, for Bolas with Matcap dipping. Good play to check out Desert, but very quickly locked without those boots, and this is a side effect of having not checked the mountain and getting that shroom off the old man. But meanwhile, we do have all 4 runners with an Aga dead, as Obscure gets his Aga kill. And he's got boots, so he's just going to start charging.
Oh yeah, hook shot and the boots, it means you're dashing everywhere.
Yeah, and this is an advantage for the Foxes beyond just the ability to have desert cleared and beating Skull here. Like, they're up 2 dungeons, but there's also the fact that they're just moving faster. Like, Nobly is going to be bearing down on Kaede in Thieves Town. Thieves Town is just known for the dash lines.
Yeah, the longer it takes for you to get boots, the more the time adds up. So you can mitigate quite a bit of it by using the hook shot. Although Kaede is not very comfortable with the thing. Like, you can hook to a pot that has a bunny beam.
That one is lesser known, I will say. That one's not really done a lot. I love that one because I think it's so swaggy to do it. But it's one you don't see a lot of people go for. I don't think a lot of people are as comfortable with knowing that one exists.
Yeah, you have to hit the very corner of it.
I will say, I have to believe Obscure's gonna go do Catfish after this. Like, the seed is screaming West Dark World as the answer for either Mitts or Hammer. So, like, Obscure's gonna have to follow Nobly at some point, and I believe that it'll be like, at that point, Obscure's gonna hit the Catfish. That's a check I can't think the Foxes skip over.
Well, Nobly didn't go there, so that leaves Obscure to go there after Pod.
Yep. And that's the thing, because Nobly's probably going to find, along his loop, real Dark World access.
And both teams have knowledge of the Tempered Sword.
Meanwhile, just taking a look at Kaede here in Thieves Town, no small key yet. So there's a chance this dungeon was hammerlocked.
Oh, Thieves Town. That's nice. That's one less thing to worry about. And Obscure did use the bottle.
Yeah, gonna save a little bit of time over Matt Cap's Mimic clip. Oh, we did get the small key in Blind Cell, so the dungeon is not hammer locked, even though that chest is.
Yeah.
And yeah, as Talorant's pointing out in chat, like, maybe the idea is to try to save Catfish with the mirror, so Obscure could get that third sword as well as the Catfish. Without mirror knowledge right now, it's kind of hard to anticipate that working out.
Okay, that's why would you try to go? Like, why would you wait for mirror to show up like that?
It's just an idea. Like, you want to be able to merge checks together. So, like, in that case, there's there's that mirror that we were talking about.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
And the thing is that Kaede and Nobly are both going to get to probably show off the new tech for this season that we have legal, Specky Clip. So get ready to see probably a hammerless Swamp Palace today.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. So got a bomb for reposition and then hook across a railing.
And yeah, you're seeing those lines for Nobly here. This attic, like, that's 2 straight dashes that are just so much nicer, and like Kaede is trying to get as much extra hook pick like speed out of it, but it's still not everything. And there's our powder off of the dig game. Only 4 digs for it.
That's a nice to have. And that is Magic Bat.
Meanwhile, Matcap did also get the boots, so there's that knowledge for Bolas, and I'm really happy for them to have that because this was going to be a problem if not soon. So the question becomes, how soon does Kaede go get those? Because that is a required trip up the mountain to Old Man to then pick up, or go to Witch to turn in the mushroom.
Half magic in K45. That's
Okay, so here we go. Obscure heading into Dark World, gonna beat Nobly to the blind fight. So is Obscure gonna go up to Catfish, knowing that nothing's really turned up yet for Nobly? And yeah, this is it. It is. This is Catfish for Obscure. So Noble Foxes will know about that cane shortly.
Okay, so the only advantage one team has over the other is about 5 minutes of earlier boot. That's about it.
Hard to say. 5 minutes is a lot in this mode with how much you're able to kind of split up.
Yeah. Hype Cave. Ooh, mitts.
There's our mitts. And the flute. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Kaede, unfortunately, you're going to end up on the pyramid here, friend.
Yep. You have the mirror and you have Kildaga. That is pyramid spot for you. And there's no getting out through there.
There was other ways. Unfortunately, like where the jump off points of Hyrule Castle are is not always the most fun. So yeah. But what Kaede can do here is go activate that flute, go up the mountain, get the old man, and then just go immediately turn that in to get boots.
Oh, Hype Cave is... So, Noble Fox is going to get that shortly as well.
I think for Noble Foxes, though, I expect Nobly to still continue to swamp. Having his boots, having his tempered sword, I don't see a reason why Nobly does not take down Argus here.
And there's the National Anthem of Hyrule. And fast travel unlocked.
Game is even more playable. And yep, here's just that rush right up the mountain. Makes perfect sense here.
Okay, there's not much new going on.
Yeah, I like this. At this point, you know, Matt Cap about to get his mirror. Obscure just working through the skull play. Just beating this boss. And there is the mitts and flute for Nobly.
Oh, Kaede is gonna be able to check more on the mountain.
Kinda can, but I don't think you do mountain here knowing where your boots are. You want your boots immediately.
Right. Yeah, but they can check Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah,
That's
and maybe he
big.
goes back up, but I think you got to get your boots first. At this point, like you got to believe, like, you know, you're second on your own team to boots. You almost got to wonder, like, how far behind the other team, or did the other team get those boots before you? And oh, nice moth kill for Obscure.
That's a clutch and a half. So with this new tech, so Swamp Palace is now less locked You can now... You no longer need a hammer to access the dungeon.
Yeah, Matcap also picking up his half magic. Okay, so Swamp Palace does not have the hammer. That first check is a map, but we don't care. We're going to go through it.
Ooh, Darth Hair right away.
Yeah, I thought maybe that could have been after the rest of the mountain checks, but dungeon, why not?
I'm gonna get a Harapot.
Nice big key. My favorite version of the Harapot, the hook speed. Very nicely done.
Ooh, a Bombos tablet.
Yeah, Matcap coming in behind, given the fact that no book for Kaede. Gonna get those tablet checks, which kind of the same story for Noble Foxes. Obscure with a book, nobly without.
Yeah, that book is in an inconvenient location, even with the boots.
And that's the thing, like, I don't see a lot of reason for even, anybody to really worry about it, because you've got your myths, you've got your mirror, you got your flute. There's my access to desert now. I couldn't care less about going for, Ether or Bombos tablet.
And that's throw the arm down.
Yeah, there's our green pendant for Kaede. And Matcap into Swamp Palace as well. Nobly is going to do left side first trip, though.
You got a hook shot, that's makes this place less obnoxious. But yeah, leave nothing behind, just to be sure. Like when you have a teammate to actually split those time losses.
What I'll say is I like the idea of doing the back first in this. Although I didn't notice if we had gotten the big key previously. Although there's our bow.
Yep. And very well done by Matcap.
Okay, so we did get the big key in the front. I actually do like this play a little bit more than to have done left side first. If you don't get the big key in the front, I do like saving left side until after doing the back usually. But given the big key was in the U-turn room, I don't hate the idea.
Okay, so Quake was in the basement.
And it is required for Mire.
Good to know. So let's hope Blue Team doesn't get lazy on that one. That was the wrong item to delete a block. And nothing so far on the Dark Mountain.
Yeah, Super Bunny not really providing any goods. Meanwhile, Nobly on to his Argus fight. I do like the idea that after this, Nobly does need to activate that flute. So maybe a flute activation into Eastern Palace. Meanwhile, Matcap did get his bow for for Bolas.
It's Quake for Turtle Rock.
Okay, double Quake today. That Hera basement is very much required.
Ooh, Ooh, hammer. And our medallions accounted for.
Hey Hugo, you know what?
What?
You know what we're just missing for Go mode?
Let's see. A nice rod.
An ice rod. Yeah.
It is a nice rod hunt.
Yep,
Oh,
we got an ice rod hunt today. Just looking for that one magical item for both of our teams to be in, for Bolas to be in Go mode or No mode. Obscure and Nobly do need to hit Hera Basement to find out their last. That they're just looking for an ice rod.
yeah,
And I love the idea in chat that it's just on Lumberjack and nobody checked it. I get a sick thrill out of that one, folks. Thank you.
They're gonna check that when they think about bumper ledge.
You hope, but no cave. I mean, at this point for Obscure, I'm thinking what, ice?
Let's see here.
Oh wait, did Obscure just skip out on... Oh, so Obscure skipped out on getting that mirror on Thieves Town. So we're actually going to see Obscure go for Thieves Town first now.
We're gonna get a tablet check. No, a bed check.
What? No. This is Thieves.
Yeah. Oh, they already done the... Okay, never mind then. Maybe after this.
No, I don't think he goes up to there.
They're gonna do Smith Chain after this.
Smith Chain into Swamp Palace, probably.
So, bed is gonna be unknown. It can have the Ice Rod.
Yeah, the question becomes, you know, will the Noble Foxes check the Hera Basement? Or when do they check it? Because that's kind of one of the big issues for them is they're going to have their, you know, their second medallion. Like, they picked up Ether. Although I'm wondering why, because I thought Obscure scouted both the medallions.
I guess.
So is it possible we maybe miss Saul and it's actually that it's Ether? And yeah, this is a very interesting play from Kaede into Turtle Rock without Ice Rod. If it's here, this could benefit Bolas quite a bit.
I mean, what are the chances the Ice Rod is sitting there in Laser Bridge?
It's the vacation home of vacation homes.
That's gonna be an adventure.
Well, and here's the big question. I know chat mentioned it. Obscure into Thieves Town has the hammer. Gonna have this small key. Is there something in this big chest? What is in the big chest?
I did not count the items.
Clearly,
here.
it looks like the foxes did. And it's just 10 arrows. Okay.
That is not a disaster,
No.
but it could have been.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I completely respect Kaede and Matcap saying we're both gonna, you know, go use that, go do Thieves for the mirror. Like, that seems like a smart play. You know, mirror is efficiency, especially with Flute.
Oh yeah, that unlocks the entire world.
Okay, so Nobly takes down Moldorm. Is he gonna go into the basement here for his Quake medallion. No,
Oh, no.
he is leaving. Oh boy. Wait. What are we doing?
Oh.
Nobly, please go back.
Well, there's that is your Yags for the day.
Please go back to Spec Rock, mirror on Spec Rock, and get back into Hera, please. Nope. Okay.
Oh, oof. Wait, Meyer.
We're not sure.
Meyer?
We know that Quake is required. But Relkin and I thought we saw Quake, so...
Mirror
Cave
Shield.
is, Mirror Shield, so... Still no Ice Rod.
I mean, at least getting it there, Laser Bridge is gonna be a breeze. Hammer bags. What do we get here? Oof.
We got the other bow off the smith, so... Lovely.
That's a very nice to get silver.
Well, I don't think Obscure goes for silvers at this point, to be honest. I don't think you spend the time for left side swamp if you're Obscure. You know where a third sword is. I don't think the silvers are probably worth the extra time. But here's Laser Bridge. Do we have Ice Rod here? One chance left. And no Ice Rod.
Okay, the meme is dead.
And realistically, at this point, the Noble Foxes are starting to open up a dungeon lead. The real question is, when... in some ways, the fact... if it is double Quake for our medallion dungeons, this works out nicely for the Foxes. Like, they're gonna last locate without touching Mire or TR.
Yeah, that helps.
So I expect them, like, they're not gonna dip. They're not gonna dip TR without an Ice Rod at this rate.
Yeah, but the problem is, last locating Hera basement is not nice either.
No, but I'm looking at what the Foxes have left, and like, nobody's gonna hit Pod Eastern here. I expect Obscure is gonna finish out Swamp and go to Ice. Desert's already done. I think they have Checkerboard still to do. But like, there's not a ton. Pyramid Fairies are gonna be on the table, but that's probably gonna be coming soon as well. The setup right now for Foxes, like, they're gonna last locate Hera basement, but it's not a killer.
Yeah, because it depends on where the Ice Rod is.
I mean, worst case, they both get their Quake medallion. One of them goes to TR thinking maybe it's there, and the other person ends up in Mire, and if it's in Mire, like, whoever went into TR bails.
Yeah.
Well, Eastern's actually a full clear. We have not seen Eastern Palace by any runner yet. So that is 3 items that we have not gotten a chance to even view.
This is gonna be a full clear of Ice Bolas. And where's the Red Crystal? Oh, Red Crystal's pod.
Yeah, so at this point, Obscure and Nobly are each going to have one half of the Pyramid Fairy puzzle, but have to get the other one. And yep, here we go. Nobly not getting it, or sorry, Obscure not getting his silvers. And I don't even imagine Nobly gets his. Like, I think somebody from Bolas will, potentially, but no way they both get silvers either.
Maybe.
Like, the fact that the Smith is one of the bows and the other one is Left Side Swamp, I don't think you can make an argument for a runner getting the silvers if, you know, like, maybe Matcap is the one who does the Smith and finds the other bow, and then it's just a question for Akaede of which bow is faster. Which, realistically, it's the Smith.
Right, so... I'm trying to think here. We have not had a bed check yet, so that is still up in the air.
Yeah, Ice Rod could end up there. I did see earlier Relkin mentioned that Dapper Worm Man said the Lumberjack was nothing, so...
I mean, the race room is not exactly...
Green Pendant was net. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
You're telling us that the Green Pendant was checked.
Wait, what?
Apparently. I mean, had to have been, because nobody does have a bug net.
Okay.
And I will trust the tracker seeing something I missed.
And that was a very quick cotton candy.
Yeah, I mean, Fire Rod and Temperate Sword with half magic does make for a great Cold Stare fight. So very well done.
Yeah, let's see here.
Okay, so that's Quake for Matcap as well. So both runners on Bolas have their Quake medallion. And here comes Ice for Obscure. So gonna continue with the dungeons, the new dungeon information.
That's go Woods, and no bad check, cause no book.
Oh, Obscure gonna get that third sword first. Like it.
Oh, Eastern Palace. We have not seen this yet. And Madcap forgot to get the hammer.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. And I believe I did see chat mention this is a 50-50 on Nobly's side. Nobly has been very aggressive on the skips on the 50-50s. And that's a map. Oh, man.
Well, gotta enter again.
And I don't think he will. I think this becomes Obscure's check. And unfortunately, that's two checks for Obscure that are going to have to be, like, catch-up checks.
Oh, God. That's not good. Oh! We're getting a blind pull. Okay.
Good old piece of heart. Why not?
Well, that is no longer a mystery. Spike Cave. Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Ether.
nobody's got that dungeon advantage right now, up to 6 dungeons. And he's actually going to get silvers. Interesting.
Yeah, Spike Cave has the ice rod.
Okay.
That's kind of GG.
I don't know. I really don't here. I wouldn't call it, because the dungeons are still skewed towards the fox's side.
Yeah.
This really is a race, though, against time for noble foxes. And that's the thing, is that this is 3 things that, like, Nobly has been making skips. And the eastern one's not going to burn him. But skipping Hera Basement and Spike Cave are 2 that he could have routed into each other. And unfortunately, that's going to be a problem. And there's the cape.
That's kind of rude. But oh well, a cape here means you can do some shenanigans. Right on the boss. Very nicely done codes there for Obscure.
And I feel like part of the problem here is, you know, for Nobly, what brings him to check Spike Cave? We don't have invincibility on his side, you know. We know where the cape is. The cape is in Mire. And as Coyote gets the big key off of Torches. And does not have that Burna. Okay, Obscure back up the mountain.
That might be Hera and Spike Cave.
This could be the cleanup, and this could be the incoming go mode for Noble Foxes.
Oh, Nobly has Butter Sword.
Yeah, that was on Magic Bat. Oh, he's going to get his Cane of Samaria. Okay.
Let's see here. So, Noble Foxes have a full dungeon clear advantage. Meanwhile, the Bolas Azules are in go mode.
Yeah, I mean, it's 6 and 5 for the dungeons for the Foxes, with it being 4 and 4 right now for Bolas. That's about to become 6-5 to 5-5.
And that's a Helmassar down. And welcome to Viri's pool party.
Oh, Coyote doesn't even have a bow yet. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, the only unfortunate part here is Coyote is only going to get the slow bow. Like, Bolas only knows about the bow on left side swamp, so that's going to be his bow, and that is not a fast one.
I mean, that's not that much of a big deal.
Well, depending on the timing, it could be. That's really my concern here. There's a 6th dungeon now for Obscure, so 6-6 for Noble Foxes with 6 or 5-5 for Bolas. So the clock still ticks. If Obscure's hitting the basement, here we go. Now, if Obscure hits Spike Cave after this, I think Noble Foxes are still in this. If not, if he skips Spike Cave, I will agree we've got some trouble here for the Foxes.
Yeah, the big problem is gonna be... Oof. Obscure got pushed the wrong way. Problem is gonna begin if they also do like a dip of Turtle Rock without the Ice Rod.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if he looks at this as, you know, hey, I'm just looking for Ice Rod, and it could easily be in Turtle Rock, like, yeah, that's a problem. What we can say is they have full knowledge of Eastern Desert, Hera, Pod, Swamp, Skull, Thieves, and Ice. Like, it's down to Meyer TR for them. So hopefully, like, the fact he has the Verna might scream to him, you should probably check it. Okay, there's the mirror. Walking out. Are we going to get Spike? No.
That... Ooh.
He is failing. Oh, no.
Ah. Well. Oh, well.
If they can avoid the TR dip, I think there's still some opportunity here. But if we see either member of Noble Foxes into TR, it becomes a concern. Thank you. Thank you. That was definitely a bird toss. Yeah, and unfortunately, Obscure's going to take the time to full clear Meyer.
That's gonna hurt quite a bit.
Okay, so Nobly is going to get his next two dungeons. He'll get the Desert and Meyer clears. And what could work here is Nobly could get that Quake Medallion for Turtle Rock and turn that into, you know, or like clear Desert, get the information from Obscure that the Cape is in Meyer, and then say, I'm going to get Quake and Cape and go do Spike Cave. There is a chance.
There is. Since that Cape is on a very convenient location.
Yeah.
So it's 2. Is that 6, 7 against 6, 6?
And this is really the last really long dungeon for Kaede.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Bot
has already gone
been...
through. Yep. Pod's been mapped out. Kaede went through TR, has that mapped out, just needs to go beat Trinex. Yeah, these are quick dungeons after just getting the bow out of here in Swamp.
And we got our audio changed to Madcap, who's playing some nice Donkey Kong Country 2. Oh, missed the stair clip.
Yeah, and as Dapper's pointing out, we have no way to portal preserve here on TR today. That Aga being dead does prevent that.
Oh yeah, if Aga was alive, you could just do a Dare Warp to preserve the portal. Oof. That's an odd choice for boss music.
But there is dungeon number 7 for Madcap. And Madcap's just down to Skull, Meyer, and TR. Skull's going to be a quickie. Meyer's not too bad either with that route now.
Oh, Nobly has silvers.
Yeah, Nobly took the time
yeah.
to do that with checking the magic bat.
No Bartos from Bolas today.
So yeah, Noble Fox is keeping that slight dungeon advantage, but without that ice rod, this is just like I see the current checks going like what? Nobly goes and gets the medallion out of Hera Basement. Does Obscure check something like Pyramid Fairy? Like it's just unless the check is Spike Cave, and here's Ped, but unless you're gonna hit Spike Cave quickly, the extra checks are not helping.
I put a bit of blame on Nobly for not doing the basement on Hera.
I mean, the problem is like I think, you know, a risk here or there makes a lot of sense. You know, you gotta sometimes gamble a little bit in these kinds of races. I think the problem here is like without having invincibility, when Obscure came back up there, I felt like that was kind of his chance.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part is, you know, somebody had to make that check, and the cleanups here have just kind of not worked out for the Foxes.
Yeah, so Nobly is still without any safety item to actually check that. Like, only Obscure can do that check. And meanwhile, he's gonna do the Bod Eastern combo.
Yeah, I mean, dungeon cleanup's big here at this point, especially if you're thinking Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, the only problem here is Nobly without invincibility. Like, did he have something in his bottle to get to the Spike Cave chest? Like, I understand that Nobly, you know, was the one there at Spike Cave in the moment first, but for him, was there any reason he could have done it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if logically he would have had enough to get it.
Right. What did you have at the time? 2 bottles, 10 hearts?
One bottle would have been enough. I just don't know if he had anything in them.
One of the bottles has blue goo.
Does
That
it
I'm
still?
sure.
I know one did. I just don't remember if we saw Nobly use his blue goo.
Right. And that's Vidi down.
Unfortunately, Nobly there going for Spooky, but did not reset his pixel after beating Desert. You do have to reflute to 6 to reset up Spooky after beating Desert for Crystal first.
Right. I have no clue how Spooky works, though, because I have not read into it.
Altitude values, kicking up dust, blah, blah, blah. There's great tutorial videos on it that are much better explaining the whole thing behind it than I am.
So basically, what is it?
It's
Ancilla shenanigans with some sub-pixel shenanigans.
Meanwhile, Macap going for Skull for his 9th. Nobly just about to take down Vitreous for his 9th. Obscure taking down Helma for boss number 8, as Kaede following behind for boss number 7.
Okay, it's getting nice and clean.
And the thing is that you might say Coyote's behind Obscure right now, but Coyote's dipped all of TR.
And
Like, this is a run through TR scenario for Coyote.
Yep. Oh, Outer's back on Coyote.
And just to verify, because I did want to make sure here, Nobly did not pick up the cape in Mire, so he is still without an invincibility item. He might not even be thinking Spike Cave here as an option.
What the? Oh, God.
So, and here's comes, this is going to be Pyramid Fairy for Nobly.
That's Helmassar down for Coyote. Meanwhile, Obscure is checking the stuff that Nobly skipped.
And that's the thing, you're thinking, where is my Ice Rod? So, you know, if you're going to last locate, you might as well last locate TR for Ice Rod.
Yeah. That's 7 for Madcap.
220s there in the pyramid.
And 3 bombs on the chest that Nobly skipped. Oh well.
And yeah, Madcap is ahead of Nobly. So Madcap realistically is going to be our first runner into GT at this rate. Coyote is going to finish Eastern, go do Spike Cave for his Ice Rod. Meanwhile, Nobly is going to do Hera Basement for Quake Medallion, and I believe he's going to just dash towards Turtle Rock.
They might get into GT close at the same time, enough that they can split left and right.
Bolas, yeah, I could see it at this rate. Like, Madcap does still have to get the keys in Turtle Rock. I don't know. I think Madcap's still going to have an advantage. He'll be first into GT by a little bit. Because Coyote does need to do Spike Cave before doing the rest of GT. But there's the Armos kill for Obscure for his 9th. Coyote coming up on his 9th dungeon. We're going to be all tied up on the dungeon count, and really the advantage, it's that Ice Rod, folks.
There we go. Runners barely touch the menu these days to change items.
I love Quick Swap. And there you go. So Nobly heading over now to Turtle Rock. Spike Cave does not exist. And okay, Obscure's hitting it first. So Obscure will get that knowledge to Nobly.
Because Nobly does not have a safety item.
Yep. And there's Ice Rod. That's go.
That's go mode for Noble Foxes. That's gonna hurt. Now, what is Nobly gonna do?
So he's going to open this up. He's got Bugnet. He can try to get a fairy if he has nothing in his bottles. I don't know what's in those bottles still.
I think if he doesn't have the blue goo, Yeah, he has an empty bottle, so he did use the blue.
Yeah, and he's going for the fairy.
Yeah, Fairy Revive, it gives you enough iframes to complete that thing. Yikes.
Yeah, and he knows, like, I need a fairy right now.
There it is. Full
So
health
yeah,
as well.
full health and a fairy is more than enough here for Nobly to get the ice rod.
So, why does it look so close? Noble Foxes were not stuck doing useless checks.
Well,
They
no,
were...
the way I would describe it is that the foxes had the boots time.
Right.
Obscure found the boots just that much faster than anybody else today, which gave them a lot of efficiency early. We also saw a double dip of Desert Palace over on Bolas' side, as I want to say it was Matcap was into Desert without boots early in a boots lock Desert. So there are little things that have worked out nicer for the Foxes. It's just they last located Ice Rod and luckily didn't get punished by the by going through TR once.
Yeah. Still, they do not have info on TR, so one of them is gonna have to clear this thing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, the skips that Nobly made are very reasonable ones, especially in solo play. But in a co-op game like this, you know, it came down a lot to the fact that Obscure was in the position to do the recalls or the re-checks. And, you know, when Obscure was already down dungeons to Nobly, like, that just added time to what Obscure had to do to get new info. That can be a very hard balance to maintain. But yeah, Matcap first into to Trinex. As I said, you know, Kaede needing to get Ice Rod and then still go through Turtle Rock. Not surprised that Matcap was first into this fight.
Oh, missed the block. Oh my god. Okay.
There is the final dungeon for Matcap, just GT left. Kaede about to enter his Trinex fight, so they'll be into GT only a little separated.
Okay, so big key guessing game?
People can start putting them in, you gotta be quick.
And also remember, because of where Kaede is, Kaede can also take it ahead of Matcap. Since they're probably gonna split sides. And the count is gonna end when Matcap enters the tower. And getting there. And entries are done.
So Matcap gonna go with a right play first here.
No keys. And the count is going off Matcap. So if something happens and Kaede actually gets the key first, it's gonna be interesting.
Well, we'll see how they route this. Matcap is going to hit DM room. We'll see if Kaede follows and does full left, or if one of them flip-flops. We got two keys here in DM room.
Yeah, Coyote's gonna do left and skip the Dark Magician room.
I don't know, with 2 keys there, I gotta imagine... Okay, so just gonna get the pot key over on Coyote's side. Okay, makes sense.
That works as well. So that is 7. 8 is another key. Boomerang strats.
Very nice NMG strats there from Matt Cap on that left side.
That's number 9.
And it looks like, at this rate, Matt Cap's going to be the one to find it. Well, Coyote's still going to continue on the right side. We're through 13 checks there on Matt Cap's end, and still no big key.
They're gonna meet at Ice Armors at this rate. Now that I think about it, they bamboozled everyone that guessed like above 16.
Well, I mean, what? Matt Cap's up through 13 checks?
Yeah.
On his own, so still a chance.
Yeah, because there's already the first skip because the Coyote got the check first.
Yep.
That is still 13 by our count, unfortunately. Oh, Kane strats.
And that's going to be number 14 for Matt Cap here.
Wait.
Yep, 14.
14, okay. Did anyone guess that? Oh, X5 Marky. That's a nice 14 for you, sir. You win the prize.
Yeah, and Kaede is going to have to go get that extra small key now.
It would have been 15 if Kaede didn't catch up.
The joys of co-op. I mean, you get a good split like that, and it works out very nicely. And I will say the fun of this kind of setup for you and your teammate is I have had plenty of races with like my own team and gone, oh yeah, race you to the end.
I mean, at this point, they are racing against each other. There's nothing else to co-op about. Some very nice execution. Out of arrows.
Yeah, you saw Matt Cap save some of those arrows for on Ice Armos.
Oh, Kaede actually used the cane.
I
cane
thought it was
for damage.
Matt Cap, but I could be wrong.
I mean, doing a quick kill is a lot more complicated on Ice Armors.
Just missing that one cycle, unfortunately.
Okay, that almost escaped again.
Kaede coming in for his NMG Landmo 2. Very nice kill. Yep, great one cycle.
This song properly conveys the pressure.
I don't know. This looks comfy. Both runners having an armor upgrade, both onto a second row of hearts, half magic. I would say the only issue is, does Madcap not have the powder? But other than that, like, he's well situated for the end of this race.
Oh, he's almost full health. That is very nice. Just need to make sure they get a dart glitch.
Even with half magic, it's not really a requirement.
It's a nice
You
to
can-
have.
Yeah, you can mess up Torch Glitch and be pretty safe on Fire Rod or Lamp. If you're without a Lamp and you miss Torch Glitch, it's a little bit more shaky.
Oh. Why did Kaido open those? Oh. Final hopes of Silver just to get a little bit of an edge on his teammate. That would be something. And not even checking Modarm's last possessions. Wait, did Noble Foxes get the big key at the same time? Wait, what is Nobly going after?
I'm not sure. A small key.
Oh. It's gonna have to go Dark Magician.
Yep.
And both team from Bolas in the Aga fight at the same time. Nice triple.
Great trip. Yeah, nice triple from Kaede there to start off his fight. And then a double. Unfortunately, not able to 2-cycle it because of that blue ball, but still. Whew,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Meanwhile, yeah, the distance between both players of Noble Fox is pretty big for the tower climb.
Honestly, like, if I was a co-op team, I would like this distance. This is good distance for both teams. Like, you think, hey, we both got into GT roughly the same time, we're both in again in roughly the same time. Like, both those things look pretty good. I think you wouldn't feel too bad about this kind of setup. We've seen some races where there's like big distance between teammates, and this is just not the case here. This is good.
Is this going off the average completion
Yes.
time? So yeah, you wanna finish not only as close as possible, but also have both of your teammates just do better than the other side.
Well, of course, yeah. I mean, at this rate, Bolas is going to have both their runners done before either of the Foxes, so...
Ooh, that was a nice start glitch.
Setting up for the triples down below there for Madcap. And yeah, Madcap's just going to stick with these lower start triples. I really like that strat. If you got them, you just keep doing them.
So one more cycle. I think. Oh no, there. One slash left for Madcap.
Yeah, and Kaide's just been a little bit more aggressive trying to hit the top triples as well.
And put your single G's in chat. It's gonna turn into a GG very soon.
Yeah, and there we go. There's Kaede's second, or on the Ganon kill. Madcap, though, finishing first with a 128.19. Kaede not far behind. Finishing second overall with a 128.33. And now we've got Obscure coming up on his Aga 2 fight. And Nobly almost to Moldorm 2. But yeah, GG's to Bolas Azules getting their first win of the season. This, of course, is only the first game of their season, but, you know, like to start it off with a positive vibe like that.
Ooh, Obscure only got a single.
Yeah, these patterns are not terrible for Aga 2, but, you know, the 3 cycle we saw over on Bolas' side was really nice.
Man, Bolas finished with 11 seconds from one runner to the other.
And honestly, with those silvers for Nobly, it could be a similar margin here for Noble Foxes. Also the gold sword. Nobly is armed to the teeth.
Gold and silvers. Holy.
Question in chat, do runners communicate Aga patterns? You can. I will tell you, it's kind of hard to communicate that info while also playing, but you could.
Yeah, it's I mean, telling the other person about it's something, but acting on it is more complicated.
Yeah, acting is a lot harder. But we are now joined by Kaede and MatCap. Yo, GG's.
GG's.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. GG's.
So, nice win to start the season. The Ice Rod, kind of the big difference here. That and Quake Medallion.
Yeah, the Ice Rod felt kind of bad for us, especially, I don't know, that Turtle Rock scared a lot because, like, Kaede, when he went to Turtle Rock, if he had just gone left after the hammer, don't think he had Birna, but I don't know, with a bottle or something, maybe I think he did. But yeah, I mean, we skipped, like, Lumberjack and all the North stuff and some...
Yeah, the issue
things
here
that were
was deciding between skipping Turtle Rock and going Spike Cave, or doing Turtle Rock and skipping Spike Cave for a while.
good. Where were the silvers?
And that's it.
The Blacksmith.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was,
maybe that was better.
Yeah, the only problem is by the time you guys knew where everything was, there was no way either of you were checking Jeremiah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess then, like, I guess Obscure didn't do left side then, or what? I don't know.
Yeah, Obscure skipped left side. Nobly did both. He turned in the Smith when he got the powder check for butter.
Okay.
But everybody get your GGs in chat for the Noble Foxes, as we've got back-to-back finishes. Obscure finishing with a 132.05 and Nobly right behind with a 132.07. So roughly speaking, we're saying it's a little less than a 4-minute win for Bolas today.
And GG.
Yo, GG's.
Hello, Nobly.
Please.
These guys.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah,
It was
that ice
fine.
rod.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because once Obscure did the tile room and got the quake, his brain went, oh, TR, TR, TR. And I'm like, no, spiky, spiky. And then they saved and quit and left. I'm like, dude, you have the resources. I don't. Do it.
And that was one of the questions, you know, Nobly, you were very aggressive in some of these late stage dungeons for your team. Hera Basement and Eastern Palace Big Key Chest, especially, both of those.
Okay, so I skipped Terra Basement because I knew Obscure had a book. He had the resources to do Spy Cave. I'm like, okay, you do Terra Basement, you do Spy Cave, I can do Mire and Pyramid Fairy. So basically what we wanted was him to go check out that book. So if I needed to grab a book, I needed to go Dark Cross. If I needed to do Spy Cave, I needed bottles to go up there, and I could combine it with Harrow Basement if it's something. And I also wanted to get that green pendant knowledge quite fastly.
No, that's fair.
So basically, it would have worked out pretty fine. That mirror was interesting though. Because
Yeah.
I think we kind of did Aga early into me routing over. Of course. So
Well, that was the thing. I will say, early game, it did look like Noble Foxes had a bit of an advantage. You guys splitting quite a bit more led to Obscure getting boots and beating Desert a lot earlier. Whereas, unfortunately, Matt Cap into Desert without the boots, and neither of you guys dipping the mountain and kind of delaying that mushroom. So, like, this was a little bit of a back and forth as a result.
yeah, when I was in Aga Tower, Obscure found the woods, I was like, I wish I had those, but I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. Aga isn't that much faster with boots. I can hold off. It's fine. But yeah, early game felt pretty good. We were like, when I found the mirror on, we were like, oh, mirrors on blind. Do we just both rush blind and just pray that Big Chest doesn't have anything, or do we just hold out? And by that time, Obscure was a bit behind. He was doing Aga over, and I was like, okay, just stall for a small amount of time, do Skullwoods, and then we can see what I find on the South Dark World. And found Mitts and Flutes, so I was like, okay, just stall for the hammer in case, you know. So it worked out that way as well. And then with the left side swamp bow, I was like, oh wow, that was interesting.
Yeah, specky clip is cool. I don't know.
Yeah, seems fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. I don't know. Some people say that.
It matters less when there's no keys involved than AD keys, I guess. Where the big key is random anyway. But yeah, it was that Spy Cave skip was probably what cost us, because when I looked back on what into the WOD of the restream, and I was like, I think we were 2 dungeons ahead when Obscure left the ice road behind. So
Yeah, it was close. Like, I think if you guys had gone directly to Spike after getting Quake, it might be a little bit of a different story. The hard part is, like, it was close at that point.
Yeah, looking back at the WOD,
the margins were short in either direction.
Was 1 dungeon ahead, and I was 1 or 2 dungeons ahead of Madcap at that point. But yeah, I still had to collect the Quake and do Spiky, but I don't know. It would have been at least much better, because we kind of did a lot of cleanup. Like, Ice Road was 100% last location at that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, when we were actually rushing towards TR, and I was like, I don't like this Spy Cave, dude. I don't like this Spy Cave. And Obscure was like, fine, I'll do Spy Cave. And then he's like, oh, I screwed up. I'm like, it's fine. It's just a game. We had fun. But yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to minor details. Gonna be fun to see how the second game goes, though.
Yep. It was fun. I was just a bit mad late game. I don't know, because I screwed up in the mountain. I don't know. And I just got mad, but it was good. And yeah, Saturday we're playing, I believe. We have to schedule that. And
I was about to say, I don't see it on the schedule, so I was going to ask you guys, is there a plan right now for Game 2?
Yeah, initially we tried to plan for Friday, but then Keida had some SMC3 ongoing, and then...
Yeah, I told you yesterday about today and Saturday 12 p.m. I think it is.
I was going to say, Kaede, one of the busiest people in Rando right now, as far as I can tell schedule-wise, so...
Yeah, and also because of work. I do work
Yeah.
from Monday to Thursday, and I cannot play long
Yeah.
long games or seats because I arrive like at 9 or 8 to home. So the rest of the day I'm out working. So I only have like 2 hours or 3.
Gotta crush it here on the SNC3.
Yeah, and listen to Gamma. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we got League going. We got SMZ3 stuff. You still have at least one game left in 80 keys tourney.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I guess.
And casual boots tomorrow as well.
and casual boots, exactly.
Yeah, against Levis.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
you know, I'm on the other side of that half right now, Kaede. We could meet up.
Yeah, good luck, I guess.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thanks for the restream and comms, guys. Gonna be nice to watch back and see all the small criticism of my routing of leaving everything behind, because I know how that's usually how the copes go. Everyone is just like, how did nobody leave all that behind?
I mean, we can see it as well on the collection rate at the end.
Well, that's the thing. I will say, I think the difference in the collection rate comes a lot down to the fact that Kaede and Matcap, you guys were both in GT at the same time, hitting similar checks, whereas I think Obscure had a bit of enough of a lead that nobly you were able to kind of hit just the right checks that were needed for you.
Yeah, initially I would have been ahead if we got the ice rod the first time around. But because we didn't get that, I kind of fell behind at the end game. Because I was at TR when he found the ice rod, so I have to then go back, get the ice rod, then save and quick, get to pyramid, blah blah blah. Also, I had to catch a ferry because I didn't have safeties, so that also took some time.
Yeah, unfortunately, that did not drop quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So-
Kaede, you messed up the GTV key guessing game. You caused it to be 14 instead of 15 because you managed to get ahead enough to get Bob's chest.
I'm sorry,
I was
guys.
playing so bad. I don't
And I
know.
had to go after for a Smokey to the end. That's hilarious.
And Ganon is suddenly in slow motion. I don't know. It's weird. It's cool.
What?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, we kind of finished both at the same pace, though. I mean, me and Obscure were 2 seconds behind each other, so at the end. And you guys were pretty close to each other, so communication must have been good throughout both teams anyways, to finish that close.
yep. Thank you everybody for listening on comms and everything. League is always fun. Best tournament, and thank you everybody.
Yeah, thank you all again. If you get a chance, I do recommend following our four runners, Obscure Lifeform, Nobly, Kaede, and Matcap, all amazing people and runners in this community. Big shout outs once again to our trackers, Relkin and Homemade Beer, for jumping on today. And thank you, Hugo, for joining today on the commentary with me. It has been a pleasure.
That was fun. See y'all, folks. Thanks for watching.
Night.